lunchtime at the Young's house, and today Gina Young is going to show you all how to make a delicious beef and rice recipe that I absolutely love. My family always requests this. We must have it like twice a month. It is so easy to make. It doesn't hardly cost anything. No matter who you feed it to, they're going to love. And it's definitely a recipe that's going to stick to your bones, get the whole family nice and full, and everybody's coming back for seconds. I hope you're having a good day today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this quick, simple, but yet delicious recipe, Gina Young style. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need you some ground meat. So now use any kind of ground meat you want. You could use ground beef like I'm doing, and I'm only using 1 pound. If you want to stretch the recipe, by all means, you can use more meat. You can use a ground pork, a ground turkey, a ground chicken. You could even use a ground breakfast sausage. That would be amazing. Okay, so I'm using 1 pound. I got a nice sweet Vidalia onion we're going to add to this recipe. So now there are some times where I'll put some frozen vegetables into this recipe. It's delicious. So you get you like an 8 pound, an 8-ounce bag of frozen vegetables, thaw them out and add them to the recipe. It's chef's kiss every time. So if you want to do that, you can do that too. You're going to need some rice-a-roni. Now, I've tried to make this recipe, using a beef rice-a-roni, but the chicken rice-a-roni is what I love most. It just goes very well with the ground beef, okay? And you're gonna need a really interesting ingredient. I got 5 large eggs here. We're gonna do something super special with that. And I got some spices, so everything can come together and taste absolutely amazing. We have some salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make a quick, simple dinner for Monday night. I'm gonna say lunch. The first thing we're gonna do for our beef and rice recipe is we're gonna season up that 1 pound of ground meat, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put some salt in. If you're that person that can't use salt, just leave it out and it'll be okay, right? It'll definitely be okay. We're gonna put some black pepper. I'm putting a nice amount. I want that flavor to come through. We're gonna put garlic and onion powder in on purpose. I'm using a nice amount, okay? That's the onion, and here's the garlic. We're gonna get it cooking up, and then we're gonna start to chop up. This is a huge sweet Vidalia onion. I'm gonna use just a little bit of it. Go ahead and cut that onion. So now what I'm gonna do, just this little bit will work. I'm gonna put the onion in with the ground meat so they can cook together, and that onion will just really release amazing flavor into our beef. So let's do it, not too big of pieces, right? But not too small of pieces either. Gorgeous. Let's go ahead and get those beautiful onions right in with the beef. I have the heat on like a medium-high heat. All right, once this ground beef gets nice and cooked up, be sure to drain it. You know, you don't want to have to digest that extra oil. It's not going to have your recipe tasting good if you leave the oil. My beef is a little still frozen, so it's going to take a little longer than expected. Let's talk about our chicken rice-a-roni. It requires you to put some water in here. 2.5 cups of water, but it never specifies if you're using warm, hot, or cold. Always use cold water when you're making the rice-a-roni, because if you don't and you decide that you want to use warm or hot water, it will make your rice-a-roni mushy and it will be totally disgusting. So 2.5 cups of the cold water. Let's make our way over to the larger stove and we can get started on our rice. In my pan, I have just a little bit of oil, just enough to really coat the bottom of the pan and coat the rice pieces. The first thing we're gonna do is let's take that oil and make sure that every piece of rice is nice and coated in the oil. Quickly it'll get golden brown. Get a nice, beautiful golden brown, because when you achieve that color, it's gonna taste better. So once that happens, we'll come back and we'll put this beautiful seasoning pack right in with that 2.5 cups of cold water, and then we'll cover it, turn it down low for 20 minutes. While we wait on our meat to continue to cook and that rice to get brown, now's the perfect time to crack you up some eggs. I like to use about 5 eggs. What we do, we put scrambled eggs in this recipe. When I tell you it's good, oh my goodness, don't judge a recipe until you try it. This recipe is so good. Load the eggs in there. So what are we going to do? We're going to make scrambled eggs, okay? I'm not going to use butter for these eggs because I don't want them to have any flavor. No butter. I just have some oil in this pan. No salt and pepper, because the recipe has just enough spice and flavor to it. We don't want to over flavor it by putting seasoning into our eggs. So we're just going to whisk them and set them aside. Have that golden brown color that I was speaking of. That's what you want it to look like before you put anything in here. The seasoning is in. We're putting that 2.5 cups of cold water. Let it boil. Turn it down on low. 20 minutes. Let's check in on our meat. It's doing exactly what we wanted to do. It's finally getting nice, beautiful, and golden brown. Doesn't look like I'm going to have a lot of oil for this, and I'm okay with that. Depending on how much oil is left in your pan, you may or may not even have to drain it, especially if you're going to use like a ground turkey. Now's the perfect time to get started on some eggs. We're making scrambled eggs, of course, and I'm not going to cook them to where they're little tiny pieces. I want fluffy, pillowy eggs, right? Eggs that are nice and fluffy and not chopped all down. I'm going to use this soft spatula. I don't have butter in the pan. It's just oil, no seasoning. Once again, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's important that you don't over season this recipe. Tell me what your weather's like. I want to know. Like today is like a beautiful day. It's like 75 degrees out there. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, the sky is blue, and the grass is a bright green color, and I am so happy. I'm loving the hot weather. So we went outside this morning, and this is what I like to do in my mornings. When I wake up, I wash up, and we go outside, me and my husband, and we have coffee, and we just sit and chit-chat about everything. It's so nice out. The dogs are usually like sitting in the gazebo on a blanket because they're so spoiled. And we're just enjoying ourselves. We usually sit out there for about, let's just say 3 hours. And then I finally get up and say, let's go. Let's start getting ourselves together, right? Make something of ourselves today. But I am loving the hot weather. My husband, he'll just be sitting there with a paper towel wiping his face. I said, baby, you want to go in? He's like, no, I like the heat, but I'm like, it ain't even 80 degrees out here yet. Man. Eggs, they are cooked to perfection. Let's go ahead. Look how fluffy they are. We're going to go ahead and take them out of the pan, put them onto this plate, and then when the recipe is done, we'll reincorporate them back into the beef, and it's so good. And continue to break that meat down. It didn't take as long as I thought it would take. You may hear a little like that ticking in the background. It's just because I have a little timer and I set it for that 20 minutes so my rice will not burn. Y'all, what I got? I am so excited. If you don't know, I am a Shador Saunders fan. I'm like #1 fan. Look what I got. NFL. This is the actual NFL shirt. Are you kidding me? Look, with his new number, y'all. This is the new number. Oh my goodness. And I'm so glad that I got it in white. I'm gonna go see Shador game. I'm gonna go see all of his games, y'all. Look at this. And I'm wearing this. I am so excited. Tell me in the comment section, do you love the Sanders, Deion Sanders? I love the whole Saunders family. Oh my goodness. Shador, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see Shador. And my meat didn't have any oil for me to drain, which is kind of interesting, but okay. So we're going to go ahead. The meat is done. We're going to put the eggs in, making sure I don't chop them up too fine. Just a little bit. We're just going to set them on top for now and wait on the beautiful rice to get done. It smells amazing in here right now. So we was just listening to the song We Are the World, and we were watching a video. Yeah. When I tell you it has to be all-time best video ever. I mean, here's the thing. Well, I could say video, but I mean to say song. The voices that they put together. Chef's kiss. You hear me? Chef's kiss. We're talking Michael Jackson, Tina Turner. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was just Ray Charles, Cyndi Lauper. How the voices came together was absolutely amazing. It was like angels singing in that song, and I love it. I could listen to it. I could play it all day long. That video and that song, especially if you all have never seen like the making of the song We Are the World, you should definitely watch it. It's a movie. showing how they put together that. It's so interesting to see. It's a lot of fun to watch. Guaranteed you're going to want to watch it like 2-3 times. So now that's just something fun for you to do, maybe this week or maybe this weekend. But how they made that song was genius. Genius. Our rice is done. Let's go ahead and add it right in. Those beautiful fluffy eggs and our beef and onions and the gorgeous seasonings that we decided to use. Let's give it a nice mix up. And here's the thing, this is a dinner for anybody. Whoever you feed it to, they're gonna love. And this is a whole lot. So here's the thing, we're having this for lunch, but since definitely there's gonna be some leftover for dinner, this is gonna be our side dish for our dinner today. Oh yeah. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Look at this. If you ain't subscribed, but you're waiting on, tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, on today, we thank you that no weapons formed against this household shall prosper. We bind the devil away from us on a daily basis. Let that devil know he stands no chance. Heavenly Father, thank you for this meal, your hedge of protection and your mighty love. Amen. Stay tuned, because we're going to taste this. We're going to taste this. I'm not going to plate it up because I want to sit down with my family, but I'm going all in. I want the eggs. I want the meat and a lot of rice. Take a bite. I'm going in. Every time. This is so good, y'all. Make you some.